Hello, Pisces. This is a timeless reading for you. I'm using my own cards, my medieval oracle deck. In the middle of your spread, we have the scales, and it feels like something very official. Just for a few of you, it could be some personal justice or balance that's coming in. But for most of you, this is something quite official. And it feels like it's some good news, and it feels like something that is just very clear and dry. There's not a lot of emotions attached to it anymore, but it could be something that you've been struggling with for several years that once was very burdening for you, but during the years you just got used to this situation. There is a proper death to the situation. Like, it feels very, very final, and it could even be for some of you that someone literally has died, someone who has burdened you a lot, or it could just be someone whom you never really knew, who was in a kind of, let's say this was some kind of legal case, and some kind of one of those judges who are in a very high position, they held something back, and now this person died and now gets replaced with someone else, and then the new judge decides something different that is more positive for you. It could be something like that, but it doesn't have to be. It's not for everyone. The death card could just be a metaphor for this situation to finally end. And the frog, your reading is very simple, actually. The frog just represents in this reading transformation. It could be that this transformation has already happened while you still felt you were stuck. For some of you, even for several years. And you couldn't even see the transformation that it has done to you inwardly, that you learned so much about yourself and about people, about society. Like, you evolved even though you didn't feel like you evolved. You felt like you just got used to this nasty situation. But actually, you truly learned so much, and you might just realize that after this situation that you were stuck in is finally over, and you get your justice in this situation. Getting your justice in this situation might also bring a financial relief. Maybe there was a situation that financially drained you, or for others of you, if the situation itself didn't really drain you, it could just be that the situation that you still had enough, but you knew you were supposed to have a little bit more, but it couldn't get through to you because someone made it like they were a hindrance for this money to flow towards you. It could be someone who is in an authoritative position, someone who just really blocked something in a certain case, but this will be released and it will come towards you. It could also be that just the situation is over. You might feel so energetic that you will find a new job, or work more than previously, and the coins coming in by that, because now you can focus on something else. If this situation was emotionally very draining and it's over now and it has a positive outcome for you, it might give you a huge kick and motivation. For others of you, it could really be that you win some kind of legal case and get some some money back that was owed to you all the time. Or what is the English expression for this? I think I know this word, but I can't remember it right now. You know, when just someone caused you harm, and as a punishment they have to, you know, pay you this kind of money. For example, if they caused you physical harm or emotional, mental harm, then they have to cover up for that financially. It could be something like that, just for a few of you, not for everyone. At the top, in the realization position or the outcome, we have the rose, and suddenly it becomes very personal, this reading, because it first felt very practical, very official. But now, the rose, you know, okay, it can stand for romance. For some of you, that's what it might mean, that maybe after the situation is over, that was so draining, you can now focus on your relationship a bit more, or there will be some kind of healing in your relationship, or it just means that you will be now open for romance again, because, you know, you just couldn't be open for that because you were so worried about this situation here. But for others of you, I'm feeling like, you know, this rose, it can just stand for aesthetics, for pleasure, for beauty, and maybe you didn't have any sense for that because everything was so dry and practical, and you had to be so wary of everything and of life, and you had to keep your guards up, and you just didn't have the energy and the time to focus on any kind of pleasure in your life that is, or on art. Because, you know, when we have to worry about our survival, or if we're just being utterly drained by something in life that is very official, we often don't have, we lose that sense for beauty somehow, because we have to fight for our existence. And it could be that those more beautiful times, these easier times, are heading towards you, or you are heading towards them in the very near future. At the bottom of the deck, we have the book. So it could be that on one hand, back to this stuck situation here, that maybe you had to get a lot of information for a very long time. You had to read a lot of boring things. Or not boring, boring is the wrong expression, a lot of practical things. A lot of necessary things. Like you had to fulfill your duty in some sense. And now with the rose, the book also gets another kind of meaning. It could just mean that maybe now you have more mental space, emotional space available to just read in private things that you're interested in, read a novel or whatever it is for you, because, you know, let's say you had some kind of legal case and you constantly had to read about it or write about it. Then you just might not have the nerve to, you know, sit back and read something that you really want to read. And this might be coming back soon. We have the Queen and the Moon here as well. I don't want to get too deep into it. It feels like, you know, the Queen could just be someone who will help you through this situation or give you some good news. With the Moon card, it's very gentle and feminine. So connected to this aesthetic beauty card with a rose here, it just makes sense. Maybe some more harmonious and beautiful, gentle times are ahead for you. So I'm just gonna leave it here. Thank you for watching.